Before there was time, before light, sound, or even breath, there was God. And there, in the deep silence of eternity, something beautiful was waiting to happen. Because God didn't just exist, He spoke. When He opened His mouth, creation itself listened. "Let there be light," He said, and light obeyed. Darkness had ruled the void, but now it had to make room. Because where God speaks, order begins to form. The heavens stretched wide. Oceans found their boundaries. Mountains rose, and rivers danced their way through valleys. The sun began to rule the day, the moon, the night, and a rhythm filled the world. Day and night, sky and land, seasons and years. Everything God made had a purpose, and He called it good. He filled the waters with movement, fish of every color, the skies with flight, birds that sang in harmony, the land with life, lions and lambs, forests and fields. It was wild and full and breathtaking, but the story wasn't complete yet. Because creation wasn't just meant to be beautiful. It was meant to share relationship. Then, with His own hands, God formed something new. Not from lightning or stars, but from the ground itself, He shaped a human being. No breath yet, just form, just dust. And then, God leaned close. He breathed, and in that moment, dirt became life. The first human opened his eyes and saw the face of his Maker. God placed him in a garden called Eden, a place where heaven and earth touched. No fear, no pain, just peace. And from Adam's side, God created woman, a perfect counterpart, equal and cherished. Together, they reflected God's image, companionship, purpose, and love in motion. They weren't made to simply exist. They were made to walk with God, to know Him, to care for creation, to live with meaning. Even now, that same breath, the one that filled Adam's lungs, still fills ours. Every breath you take is a reminder. You are not random. You are crafted. You carry the fingerprints of God. In a world full of noise and distraction, that truth whispers quietly. You are made on purpose, by a God who still speaks. But love, real love, always includes choice. In the garden, God gave them everything, but He also gave them freedom. And in that freedom was one command: don't eat from this one tree. It wasn't about control. It was about trust, because trust is the foundation of relationship. One day, a voice whispered from the shadows, a voice that sounded persuasive, familiar, but twisted. Did God really say, "You shall not eat from the tree in the midst of the garden? You shall not surely die"? Doubt crept in where peace once lived. Desire tangled with deception. And soon, they reached for what was never meant to be theirs. In that single moment, something inside them shattered. The light dimmed. Shame entered the story. For the first time, they felt naked, not just in body, but in spirit. They hid from the very voice that once brought them joy. But God still came looking for them. "Where are you?" he asked, not because he didn't know, but because he wanted them to know they were still seen. Even in their failure, his heart didn't turn cold. Yes, there were consequences. The garden was lost. But even there, God spoke a promise that one day a Savior would come to crush the power of that serpent forever. Thousands of years later, that same story still echoes in our own lives. We all know what chaos feels like. When things fall apart, when guilt weighs heavy, when silence feels endless. But the same God who spoke light into darkness still speaks today. Maybe not through thunder or burning bushes, but through his word, through moments of quiet, through people he sends your way. When life feels empty, his voice says, "Let there be light." When you feel lost, he whispers, "I'm still here." When shame tells you to hide, he calls your name. The world began with a voice, and your world can begin again with one too. If he could bring beauty from chaos then, he can bring purpose from yours now. All he's ever wanted is to walk with you, just like in the beginning.